Attention everybody, the views expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries, and or nonprofits.
Laverne and Shirley.
Sorry we're late. My computer with the song on it was being goofy.
What's the show title?
Technology is fun.
What?
Not. Good morning! Coming to you live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. Matt and Jay. And the valley is too wide.
The valley's too wide.
We got some cinnamon rolls in the house today.
Yes, we do.
From Steamy Joe's.
That's all change. That's all
All right.
change. And you set this captive free.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
and we're glad to have everybody on board with us today.
On board.
Are you bored?
I'm not bored. I'm not
Not right
bored.
now, you're not.
I'm
You're
Jay.
not up so you guys
you're
can hear us
full
a little
of
bit.
cinnamon.
I'm not bored. I'm Jay.
He's full of cinnamon.
Ooh, yeah.
Cinnamon.
It's good to be full of cinnamon, bro.
Well, you used a toaster oven this morning to toaster oven the cinnamon rolls that are already absolutely delicious from Steamy Joe's in Branson. And
So those of you in Branson, get over to Steamy Joe's because they're now open 7 to 2.
Steamy Joe's.
Steamy
See, it's
Joe.
funnier when Jay does it.
It is.
It's funny.
I am going to have a bite of this because these look absolutely amazing.
I warmed mine up, and they were hot, actually.
Were they?
They burned my tongue.
Delicious.
I got the tongue
John
burn.
Cockcroft, technology is a distant cousin
Didn't
of
you
mine.
say I got the tongue burn?
I've got the tongue burn going on.
You ever taken a bite of pizza and it was so hot it like burned the roof of your mouth
Yes.
And my
Yes.
lower
to the
lip,
point where the skin comes up
the chin. Yeah, of course.
as it blisters the roof of your mouth?
It's one of my
Blisters
fondest
at the
memories of
roof your
pizza.
mouth.
You know what? But I still risk it.
Yeah.
Just saying. I still
Rachel,
risk it.
good morning.
You put a pizza in front of me and it's hot, I might risk it.
Jana, good
I'm
morning.
a little wiser than
Scott,
I
good morning.
was.
Don Barber, Wellington, good
Jim
morning.
Whining. Good morning.
And John Colcroft is already on the ball. Technology is a distant cousin of mine, not a close
Did you just
personal
say
relative.
Jim Whining? Good morning.
I did.
Yes.
Good morning, Jim Whining.
It's
Good
my,
morning, Jim Whining.
that-
Steamy
th-
Joe's donated 3 pans of these cinnamon rolls, and they are
They're going to
my
be helping out during the
Yoda
telethon.
voice. This is.
they're going to be helping us during the telethon. Well, that's good.
They'll be bringing more than cinnamon. I'll be bringing more than cinnamon rolls. Brownies.
Brownies. They make brownies.
Brownies.
And cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Are they steamy brownies?
Steamy
Yes, they are.
brownies with a big old scoop
Oh,
of
no.
ice cream.
I would have to say that ice cream.
Now that's technology.
Good morning, Larry Melton. Morning, Steve Schultz, and morning, Pam Whining.
Brownies
morning,
are the
Pam.
most advanced form of
Well,
technology.
good morning to my twin, Steve.
So we're going to try not to be eating the entire time
Hey,
that
speak for yourself.
I said.
Amen.
I'm ready for another one.
You just
How
had
about that?
2. Those things are like 1,000 calories a piece. You just had 2 of them.
I need, well, I'm like, hey, so
Did
what?
you have
Now
breakfast
explain
and
what you did with these cinnamon rolls. And these cinnamon rolls are giant.
I put them in the toaster oven.
But 2 of them took up the entire toaster oven.
Yes, ginormous. Not the toaster oven, the cinnamon roll.
Right.
Ginormous.
Jana's like, Matt, let it cool down first.
Oh, so good. Did you heat yours? Mm-mm. Oh. What am I hearing?
It wasn't. It's not me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything now.
He doesn't hear anything.
no.
All right. So I'm off
We have
that.
lots more food to
It's
give
warm in
away
here this morning. Who's
at our
turned up
church
the
from
heat?
Convoy of Hope. Truck. What?
It's
I
warm
did.
in here.
Because it was freezing.
You know what the heat is? You know what heat is to me?
The heat is on?
Technology.
It actually is.
Yeah, because they got this box downstairs with fire in it, and then they push that fire up here. Only there's no fire left. There's no
Amen.
fire in it anymore. Fire.
They have a hot water.
We're
Then it's
eating
just
cinema
hot air.
rolls from Steamy
boiler.
Joe's, which
a
is
boiler.
in Branson.
Hey, how
It
do they
also
heat?
heats-
How do they heat the water in the boiler?
In the boiler.
With
they boil the
fire.
water. They boil the water. So, good morning, Sissy Brooks. Welcome
They
to the
boil
party.
it with fire, bro.
Technology is fun. That's the title of today's. And you guys didn't have any
But
idea
it's not fun.
what I chose.
Well, I mean, motorcycles are cool.
I typed that with all sarcasm in mind.
Yes.
I was
figured-
typing that ironically because technology is not really fun.
Mine needs an oil change.
I figured that's what it was.
My technology needs an oil change.
Mine needs an oil change. I watched somebody frying
Man,
a
it's
tiny
nice.
piece of like steak on a processor.
Fried steak.
On a processor that was operating. They get so hot.
Oh, a computer processor.
Yes. I
Interesting.
mean, it's an itty bitty piece of steak.
It's itty bitty.
I mean, they have it zoomed in real close, so it looks like a big piece of steak until you see them with the fork
Right,
come in, and
yeah,
the
yeah,
fork's like this big compared to a piece of steak that big. They're like sprinkling like seasoning on it and stuff. I'm like, that can't be good for that processor.
yeah. It was probably done.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he flipped it over and everything. It cooked it. It cooked a little
No, I
piece
mean
of
the
steak.
processor was probably done. It was probably already done before he did it.
No, I think processors get that hot anyways. Don't you think?
I mean, outdated.
Oh,
That's why it was getting hot. Couldn't handle all the processing. Couldn't process
all
all
the
of this.
data.
Couldn't process the data.
You couldn't
You know what
process the
data
process.
is?
What is data?
It's a form of technology.
And technology
The
is
fun
fun.
kind.
No, not necessarily. Data is information.
Yeah, it's
So you can get information without technology.
You can yes, and
It's brain
called-
technology. It's braintology.
You can't get technology without data.
It's
And
true.
you can't get data without paper.
Could you imagine us
Well-
talking in technology talk? 11110000101 111111101, and that's just like one letter.
And then there's 222222200002222.
Is there a two now?
No, it's ones and zeros.
It's ones and
It's
zeros.
ones and
Oh, there is a
zeros.
new language.
You know what that
isn't there?
means? Open and closed. Circuit open, circuit closed. That's the simplest way to put it. Open and close.
Right.
On and off.
Exactly.
I don't know how it does it, but that's the base code for it. So,
Exactly what you said.
yeah.
Now, if we had to say that, open, 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 close, open, close, open, close, 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 open, open, close. Say
And then
that three times real fast.
Open,
Ah,
open.
but I ought to give it a bit of open, close. Anybody want to give it a bit of close,
No, but if
close?
we
Now
did
do I hear
talk that way,
close?
you could say that three times
It's
real
sold
fast
to
because
the
you'd
one
know
that
what it
says
meant,
open.
and you'd be able to say it.
Right. If
Communication.
that was our actual language. But
There's
see, I'm not a
technology for
cyborg.
you. Listen, you know, this technology is nothing. Look how God made us.
Yeah.
I can
There's
take,
one
I
no
can breathe air
technology.
into my lungs, right? I can breathe without saying anything, but I can move it across my, what are they called?
Tra-
My voice box.
Yeah. Trachea.
And
Trachea.
Trachea.
Yeah.
And then I can use my mouth to form different shapes and stuff that would bring out different sounds. I could put all those sounds together, but not only put all those sounds together, I'm also thinking of something and then putting
Good
that
point, Larry.
into these sounds. Then I'm sending it across the room into your ear. Your ear
Processes it.
vibrates, translates that vibration into something, and you get the same thing that I'm thinking. A little bit, it's different.
It's amazing. It's insane.
It is.
That's technology, my friends. Now
that is serious
is
technology.
technology. And you know why I think, they talk about removing it. People don't talk anymore. They use this stuff. That is, I think, in my opinion, though it may not be their intention, what it does do is it elevates this above
Morning, Santa.
God's creation. So you're saying, oh, we can't communicate without this. Well, you know what? We've been communicating better than that for millennia.
And you know what the sad thing is they are using it in the living rooms and in the bedrooms. They're sitting in the same room and going, hey, can you pass me this or can you get that for me? Get it yourself. Why are you texting me and you're in the same room?
Not
That's
only
that's getting out of hand.
we can translate tones.
Yeah.
So the same
Body
thing being
language.
said a different way in
yeah.
a different tone. Body
Morning,
language.
Stacy.
You want to talk about technology? But I think that is the more we focus on something like this in a way to as the primary way to communicate,
Larry says I can't whistle.
the less we.
I had a hard time whistling too. I can go, but I can't go. Well, I can. I can. I
Good
can't
point.
now.
Yeah, we can tell how you can't do that when you did that. Just
All of a
then.
sudden,
No,
technology.
that's how I used to blow.
You doing Lamaze? Is that?
sounded like he was hyperventilating.
Do we need a paper bag?
Yeah, you need to get you back.
It is amazing.
I need to go get my Jeep. I need to get my Jeep back to my home where I don't have to travel 30 miles to do anything to it.
This
I need
is
to
for the
get it.
birds.
So it is amazing if you think about the processing power of the brain.
It is amazing.
Because not only does it process information, Jay.
Information.
I mean, it processes like your optical nerve, what you see, and puts it together. And like okay, so if I was talking to you, like I can tell earlier that my goofiness was irritating you because my eyes saw the minuscule body language that you were using, like
My eyes.
like
Yes.
that. I could tell. I don't know what that face was. I just did.
That body language was just.
He's like, I can tell. And then and so what he does is he fires back with his own, in his own way, to try and get on my nerves. But see, I have the patience of a
fire
saint.
back.
So
You do have the patience of a saint.
unless I'm having an anxiety attack, and then it's like
Saint
don't know.
Augustine.
No, Saint Augustine.
Wasn't he a warrior?
I don't know
Where
who's-
did that come
Fire
from?
I don't know.
Hey, so isn't that interesting too? Though we not only that, but what about ideas? Things we haven't
Good
seen.
morning, Alice.
Things that have not.
Our
have never
imagination.
been.
Our imagination.
We can take our imagination, translate that into something that other people can understand, and then use that technology of our thoughts, our ideas, to translate that into our own way of speaking.
Brian,
to
welcome to the
speak
party.
that to somebody else, and then we can have a concerted effort to do something that's never been done.
Yeah.
What about psychology? Understanding the way other people think
Sociology.
and the way they feel,
Which is a form of psychology.
and their difficulty expressing what that's doing to them inside their mind. Understanding this,
Yeah.
being able to treat it, not with a medication, but with counseling.
Right.
Imagine the technology behind a person who hasn't experienced something, who's not suffering with some particular thing, who's never, ever done it, never, ever experienced it, but then for them to listen, understand, to try to help them sort through something, and then
Wow, the sign
that's
language.
technology, my friend. That's
Here-
technology.
Here's something.
Thought I was
else.
watching an interpretive dance there for a second.
I wasn't sure what the
What
hand
about
thing,
love?
Here's the other thing. Remember that?
That's
video?
beyond complicated.
Yeah, hate.
Here's the really interesting thing: is when I've seen this on Facebook, and I'm sure you have folks too. It's where a guy takes a box off, and there's a telephone, and he tells his two kids, "You have 5 minutes to
Morning,
dial
Priscilla.
that number." And it's like a rotary phone, and the technology. Everybody's so used to texting, and they're like looking at the phone. Like,
Oh yeah, it's so funny. Saying, "Hey, you call this number," and there's like two kids
yeah.
trying to figure it out, and they could not figure it out.
And they kept on the dial tone. They're trying to push the button and trying to, well, no, you rotate. Oh, okay. And they're trying to rotate it with the.
They're like, what is it doing?
And they're holding,
It's
and they're
going back.
holding. It's like, wait a minute, what's it? Why doesn't it stay there?
Yeah, like they dial and hold it and then push the button.
Too funny.
Two.
Do you remember on home phones they had two settings:
Good morning,
dial
Kim.
tone or
Business signal.
the where it sent the clicks. you know, what do they
Oh
call
yeah,
it?
the pulse.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Where you basically
it goes,
dial, it dialed, and it was a dial. It had a pad to dial the number, but you'd hit it, and you would go.
Or
And you-
you hear this beep.
Yeah, the
beep,
pulse.
beep
Because
as you're-
actually, those phones, you could take the receiver where you hang it up, that button. You could go 1. That would be 1. With a pause, then you could go 1, 2. That would be 2. Then you with a pause, and then you could do 1, 2, 3, and you could actually dial a number that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that's news to me.
You should try it. Well, I don't know if it would work now.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
It
plug
would?
it in a landline.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You could dial an entire number that
Do
way,
they
and it
even
would
sell
work.
regular telephones anymore?
They sell.
You have to.
Yeah,
go
they
to-
do. Yeah, they do.
You have to go to a flea market, I would think.
No, you can. I
a
think
regular,
you can
a
buy
regular
regular.
land-
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think they'd work though.
yeah. No, I mean you. It's just like you plug it in, just like you would any. Like you could, if you had a really old rotary dial, you could
Right.
plug it in, it would still work.
oh, right. No, I'm
It
talking
should.
about. I'm
No,
just,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying
I
that
don't
they
think
don't
so.
sell regular landline.
I think all that
phones
stuff
anymore.
is done with
I mean-
processors now.
Really?
Huh.
You don't call and
That's why
say
your dials now the buttons are all the same
36.
tone.
blueberry.
But now all the buttons are the
Yes,
same
sir.
tone.
1 moment, sir.
But all the buttons are the same tone now. And they only pulse once.
morning,
no
Louis.
matter what number you pick.
Now there's one thing like the old ring phones. Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those were cool because everybody was set up on the same thing. So whenever someone rang you, you had a certain number that was your ring.
Yeah.
Like ring, 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 ring. Up, there's 5 rings. That's for me. And you pick it up. But the problem is other people could pick it up.
And listen,
And
That's
listen.
a real party line.
No, I mean, but that's how all of them were.
they were
You know,
all connected.
in
You
the
have to get up
beginning.
pretty early.
And you had this thing you held up to your ear, and then you talked into the deal. So you held, the little cup up to your ear, and you had the thing on the phone that was out like this, and you talked like this and hold it up to your ear.
Remember
So
the phone calls getting crossed?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
That's a thing of the past.
Wow. It was
Getting
just-
crossed, what do you
it-
mean?
It was annoying.
You could be on a phone call, and then your neighbor could be on the same phone call.
And you
Well,
could
it
hear
could be
him.
on a phone
And
call
you'd
with
hear him.
somebody else, and we'd all hear each other.
Yeah, it's like, hey, so how you doing? Who is this?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Oh, this is a neighbor.
And it happened a lot.
Actually, and I would do that when I was a kid. I'd go, "Hello, are you there?" And then they'd continue on. I'm like, "Hey, you're on my line. Come on." And I would do that, and they'd like completely ignore me, even though we could hear each other. You couldn't hear,
Yeah.
you couldn't.
That
talk
was
to that
social
person.
networking back in the day was party lines.
Yep, that's
You
true.
call this number, and it just dump you in a collective pool, basically a conference call with like 20 other people.
Or
You remember that?
Yep. And then there was the
You used to do-
time change. The time now is 4:07 and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Back
old
in the Andy
days.
Griffith days, yeah.
Good old days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at how much technology has jumped. And still, if they were to make, and I don't even think it's possible that they could create a computer that can do everything that the brain does
I don't think so. They might
at the
try.
speed the brain does.
They might try, but I don't think they'd succeed.
No, I mean, it would probably take a computer the size of a state, to even come
There's
close.
too much nuance in human interaction. There's too much subtle nuance.
Spiritual interpretation.
Something that may seem completely irrelevant to somebody else, to you, will affect how you form your speech and how you choose to communicate your thoughts and ideas and feelings. You know what I mean? Just little things about it, Little things.
Little
Change it.
things can make a big impact. Alice, I'll call you later. I need to talk to you.
Who? What?
Alice, she's on my watch party. She's the executive
Hi,
assistant
Alice.
of the Hollister Chamber.
Of Commerce?
Chamber of Commerce, and that's a shout out. And by the way, before I forget, I did promise my fur babies I would say hello to them because I'm sure they're watching. Jackson and Tilly.
You want to say hi to him like you normally would?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Jackson, I hope you're being a good boy.
Is that how you talk to your dogs at home?
Yeah.
I always say, "Hey, turd." Turd is a term of endearment for me.
Well, or then Tilly Lily is how
How
I.
come you never call me
usually-
that?
Tilly Lily. She's
Your brother, man. Your bro.
Bro. Hey, bro.
Rachel, I'm sure you're telling them, "Hey, Daddy's on the phone or on on the phone." They always look at that box.
That's right, Louis.
They call it the black box, and they're always looking at it, and they're cocking their heads.
Like, let's see if I can do this whistle with cinnamon roll in my mouth. Now, you can't hear that, but that makes a dog go, huh? Every time. So your dogs are probably like, that's the most adorable thing that a dog does, I think.
Yeah, it is. They kind of cock and look at you like, are you?
Animal videos are so awesome. I love animal videos.
Especially on America's Funniest Home Videos. Well, I don't know if we're supposed to mention that, but
It's a show. We can, we can review it, I guess. But a lot of us grew up watching that every Sunday. That was part of our Sunday
yeah,
deal.
Bob Saget,
Yeah.
and now you got and
Carlton.
Carlton.
Carl. Let's see. Winslow. Mike. But no.
It was Carlton.
No. Michael Winslow was the.
Alfonso was Rivera.
Alfonso Rivera. Yeah. Mike Winslow was the guy that made all the funny sound effects. In Police
he was
Academy.
funny. He was so hilarious. He'd come on the talk shows and do that.
Very
stuff.
80s. I mean, that's very 80s. Like whenever you hear those noises, it just takes you right back to the 80s.
Jay Leno would
Off topic.
Have him
What
come
does Freeway first? When does Freeway at first start back up? We don't know yet. We're still trying to get through reopening up the church. So as of right
Morning,
now,
Keith Bradford.
there's only 25 people allowed in a church at a time, regardless of the size of the church. So
Good morning, Brian. Hope
he says if they make a computer that thinks like a man, it would have to make mistakes and learn how to correct them. and then next thing you know, you got Terminators everywhere. Hey Jay, that's not how you're supposed to. There you go.
I will terminate you. I'll be back.
I watched the newest Terminator movie.
I haven't. What's it like?
It's amazing. I think it's the best Terminator movie that they've
Is that
made.
the one with Sarah Connor?
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything about it. I don't want to ruin it for people, but in my opinion, it's aside from the first one, back then, it's absolutely.
Technology's come a long way on that one.
Hey, go Governator. That's all I got to say. That's what they called him whenever he was the governor of California.
The governor.
The governor. Get to the taxes. Could you imagine sitting in a meeting with him, like trying to be official, and you're like, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger right there. Whenever he's mad, I told you.
I told you once.
I told you. You have to clean idle. You have to get clean air. That's what I got there. My bad.
Well, there you have it.
More food at Northwest Baptist Church. Come get it Sunday at noon. Get to the church. Get the food. Don't
Get
care.
to the church.
Don't care how you do it.
I can't do it.
You
like
got to
that.
drive there.
You have to drive there.
It's not a tumor.
Boy, we went from technology really.
Well, I mean,
He was technology being the Terminator.
Becky Code, good morning. Welcome
morning,
to the
Becky.
show. Becky.
Good morning.
Welcome to the
Loud,
show.
loud.
Welcome to the show.
You guys are going to be doing that. If you're watching this show and you haven't done that yet, you will before the day's over with. Loud.
You will.
Get down, everybody, get down.
Or watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie and they're going to go, oh, man, oh.
I like that movie that where the reveal of him is he's carrying like an actual tree on his shoulder that he cut down, and it's like this big, and it's a real
Is this the new one?
a real cut down tree. No, that's an old one. I can't remember.
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop was good, but
We are nuts.
and then the twins
Yeah.
with
Oh yeah. Oh Lord.
Arnold.
Danny DeVito. And they were twins.
Yeah.
You really can't imagine. It's hard to imagine the actual height of Danny DeVito unless you see him next to a normal sized person.
Exactly, and then you
Like-
got Arnold the big.
Like I'm not mean normal. I'm not saying if you're short you're not normal. You know what I mean? Like someone who's like 5'8", 5'9", you know, average sized person.
Right.
Like you watch the new Jumanji movie,
Yes.
and you see him standing next to the Rock. Oh man. Oh man.
I know.
It's great. As you see the behind the scenes stuff, and he's standing next to the Rock, it's like wow. I honestly didn't think he was actually that short, but he is. He's pretty short.
Yeah, he's 4'11", 4'10", 4'11", something like
He's
that.
pretty funny. He's pretty funny.
You know, he came a long way from Taxi.
Yeah, that was a crazy movie. Or was that a movie?
Well, it was
It's
a
a
movie
TV series, too.
It was a TV series, but then became a movie.
Yeah,
I
with
think.
Robert De Niro, I think, played in it.
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza?
Yeah, he played one of the cabbie people, and then Christopher Lloyd, Doc, you know, from that movie, that really famous DeLorean movie. Back to the Future. He played Doc Brown.
Oh, yeah.
He was actually, that's how he got to start, was in Taxi.
Barry Scott! That guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how he got to start, was Taxi.
Let's see. You guys are nuts.
That was
Yeah,
Just
you
made-
already said that.
Laugh out loud for the first time today. You're very welcome. We're glad we could be a part of that.
We hope you...
Laughter is a gift from God, I believe.
It's a strong...
Unless
medicine.
everybody's laughing at you, then it seems like it's a...
You know, comedy,
Not a gift
laughter
at
is
all.
good, strong medicine.
Yes, yeah. And it's amazing. It's just we're talking about technology today, and how it compares to the brain and stuff. And we're using technology right now to reach you guys. You guys are looking at a screen that we are putting ourselves on, and you're hearing us and seeing us, and your brain is processing that, and in your mind you're there with us. We're
Right.
there with you.
We
Psychologically,
we do
we're
have
there
an
with you.
audience.
That's crazy to me. It just blows me away.
To us, it's a virtual audience, but there's an
Yeah.
audience.
Oh yeah. But if you like looking at the screen and seeing these shows, and you'd like to see us grow, we'd like for you to partner with us.
Good segue.
Was that a good segue? That was actually a good segue this time.
Yes, it was.
But you can do that by going to axmediagroup.com. Check out all the stuff that we have, the programs we got going on. It's really cool. And, you can see where your money goes and what your money's doing by just looking at the website and seeing all the different things going on. Like we got a telethon coming up in June, the first week in June. And that's a really exciting. It's going to be essentially 5 days long for us, 4 days long for you guys, I believe. And there's going to be so much cool stuff. I need to get my email out that I read the other day about the
too.
names of things. There's going to be a sandwich making contest.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be the best 2-minute message
In a talent show.
talent show. It's going to be a blast. Check it out. But you can go to axmediagroup.com. As you scroll up and see all the cool things that we have going on, you can also look to the right and you'll see that donate button. And you can do a one-time donation, or you can become a monthly partner and have it come out same amount, same time every month. So we look forward to working with you, and we look forward to expanding our hours of operation and expanding the amount of shows that we have for you. So, anyways,
Back to you guys. Oh, I couldn't have
back to the action.
I couldn't have
Hello,
said it better.
fans.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Couldn't.
No. Don't repeat it, but I couldn't have said it better myself.
Dagwood Sandwich in the house. Back in town. Just want to say hi. We love you too, Linda Fleetwood. Welcome to the party.
Oh, Linda Fleetwood's back. Good morning, Linda.
I'm having a hard time not eating this cinnamon roll. The whole time.
It's good.
Johnny Rooster's in the house. Well, he's not in the house.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, I think he's at work right now.
Yeah, he
so
is.
he's probably like on break listening to us or something.
Yeah, probably. And then
He
my
came up
friend-
yesterday. We pre-recorded some shows, and it was fun.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet. I'm still thinking about the Easter.
The Easter Bunny episode.
Oh, Folks,
Well, I
you've
tell
got
you
to
what.
you've got to see that Easter Bunny episode.
Oh man, that was. I almost couldn't watch. I couldn't watch it. I was
had to
just like,
watch it.
oh my gosh, I can't do this.
If you're ever having a down day, just go on the website and check out the Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster and the
Pastor
Easter.
Matt, yeah.
Oh man,
And it was the Easter. It was aired on Easter.
yeah, it was
Easter Sunday, or no, it's
Easter
Monday.
They
It
call
was
it
after
Easter Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday right after Easter, and yeah, it was fun. Pam Winding is back with us,
Yay, Pam!
so man, that cinnamon roll is amazing. I can't imagine, and that's cold. That's cold.
Here, let me have another one.
Wait till you get a pat
Yeah,
of
because I
butter.
mean, you're not diabetic yet, but we're working on it.
We will be by the end of the day.
Yeah, so I've got my hands full when I get out of my car, and Steve pulls up and he goes, "Hey, I'm glad you're here. I need some help." And I've got my hands full of stuff. I'm like,
I was already up here.
Yes, I know. No, I saw the.
"Oh, that would have been hilarious."
That would
See,
not
that-
have been-
He had 2 coffees in his hand, and I was teasing with him, and I said, "Hey, I'm glad you're here. I need some help." When
Look
he
at those
saw-
cinnamon rolls. Look at the size of that cinnamon roll. I'm going to put my hand next to it so you can see, like, look at the size
And
of
I'm
that
going to put
cinnamon
my
roll.
hand next to his hand so you can see what size his hand
I've
is.
got to have another one.
You got to have another one, too?
Yeah, this is my Rachel. This is my breakfast, but
Oh, man. And you know what? I'm diabetic, so
so she. Well,
that stuff, and, you know, I like how, with the way they bake it, there's a lot of room between the swirls, so the icing goes all the way through the thing.
Yep.
You know how some cinnamon rolls you make it and it's like really nice on the outer edges and stuff, but on the inside it's like dry and just cinnamon crusty, weird. You're like, you can't really.
Mm-hmm.
So now, now I'm gonna be the only one talking. Well, where did they come from? They came from Steamy Joe's in Branson, and you can pre-order stuff, and they'll set a time to make sure the order's filled.
I forgot the paper, but tomorrow we'll make sure we put it on the website. You know where, the phone number, where they're located in Branson,
Or they could just Google it.
or they can just Google it.
Steamy Joe's. The last ones kind of got ate by ants before I could get any.
That's why I had to bring some back. Well, the Veterans Church, they got their.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they ate probably a dozen between the 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. So, and didn't you say your dad brought one home?
Oh,
to
yeah.
Mom?
Definitely had to bring one home to Mom.
Well, now you can say I got more.
Because Dad has a cinnamon roll recipe, which is really good. And it requires a lot of icing. But what I like about Dad's is it's like this. This icing hardens a little bit and has like a little crystally crunch to it. Mm-hmm. And that makes the difference. One time Dad did something wrong, and when he was baking it, and all of his cinnamon rolls melded together and made one giant, basically a giant snickerdoodle. So
Awesome.
if I remember correctly, it's right after I started a no-carb diet, and I walk in the house, and I'm like, what is that? I put the rolls too close together. It's just this big old, huge, crunchy cinnamon roll. The giant. I was like, I'm going to take a piece of this.
Oh, they went to diet.
Hmm?
They went to diet.
Well, just for that moment.
Right.
We're on a roll today here on the show.
It's all sticky and yummy.
It is. So what I like to do, and I'm going to take some of these home with me, and I'm going to do this because I got that olive oil and sea salt butter,
Oh man.
which is amazing. If you haven't tried it, it's really good, and it's lower cholesterol. But this probably isn't.
No.
So we take whatever help I can get. Just put a little dab of butter on it and put it in the microwave for about like 30, 45 seconds. Man, forget about it.
You have
Forget
a bunch of
about it.
stomachs probably growling right
Oh man, it's so good. Because then the butter kind of melts with the icing and make like a it's just so amazing. Yeah.
You know I'm going to have to go home and do it.
Oh, you definitely. I highly recommend you try it. How you doing over there, Jay?
I'm doing great. Oh, was that a segue into something?
No. We probably shouldn't talk with our mouths full. I know that drives Larry Melton nuts.
Does it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
You know-
there.
You can hear us chewing. He said that to us one day. We were eating somewhere. He's like, I can hear you chewing. That's why I haven't been eating this whole entire time. Just every little bit. I look over and I'm
What
like,
is a cauliflower pretzel?
okay. Cauliflower pretzel. Is the pretzel maybe cauliflower?
Is he talking about those things?
Good morning, Jimmy Lee.
Chuckaroons.
No. Who's talking about what?
What? Oh,
Oh. If you want to watch about the cauliflower pretzel, you have to watch. It'll be we tasted some food on our recording yesterday when we pre-recorded some morning mouth, and they're interesting to say the least.
Have you had them?
Yeah, we tried them on the air, or not on the air, but on the recording.
And they weren't good?
Well, the texture is pretzel-like. I'll just put it like that.
Stacy.
Stacy who?
Stacy McLaughlin Keys.
Stacy, welcome to the party.
She's one of Rachel's coworkers.
You guys don't check your sugar levels? No, I'm not at that level yet.
I'm doing okay. I got my blood work back, and I'm good.
Well, here in about a month, I'm gonna go and get all my levels done, my yearly levels
So
done.
I'm celebrating this morning.
So I talked to the doctor yesterday about the whole thing. We're just gonna keep me off of any medication. If it gets worse, then we'll talk about putting on something else.
So you're not taking
My
any
buddy
medication now?
Michael Miller.
No,
Welcome
I just
back
have
to
the just in case I have
Emergency
a
one.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm just and I don't.
What about your things?
Yeah. What about your things?
my things.
That's a very
My thing yesterday was
genteel way to put it.
my things are there. Thank goodness.
They're good.
They're well,
Now you have to have some more stuff removed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
nerve. The main
yeah,
they call it the main nerve.
because that's where. Because now, did they find out if it was malignant or not?
Yeah, it's looking like it, but they caught it. It's so small that's why it's attached to the nerve, and that's why they have to get rid of the whole nerve.
Yeah, because I mean that's a nerve in one of the places that's like the most sensitive nerve.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I think that nerve is actually attached to your uvula as well, as far as like, because if you get kicked there, it kind of makes you.
It waters your eyes.
Yeah, it definitely waters your eyes. There we go.
Morning, sissy.
And makes it very, very hard to do anything, like to move even.
Yes, and I will probably be down for a little while. Now the OR should be open.
Johnny Rooster, come on now. We were trying to avoid saying that.
Oh, well, of course he'd say something. Johnny Rooster, get your mind straight.
No, I might have to hide that comment. Just because I don't want to offend anybody. No, I'll leave it there. Yeah. So
Johnny,
I'm still
I do
waiting
love
to
you.
hear back from the folks of Something to Celebrate. So we will not have a rerun or anything today because reruns, people really don't much care for the reruns
Unless they're funny.
unless they're funny. I might actually, I don't know, I might.
Or a serious topic that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, but just keep them in your prayers. Definitely keep them in your prayers.
Yes, please.
And I'll keep touching base with them. and find out when they plan on returning. I think, but maybe next month. So, but we don't want to get rid of their slot just yet and give it to someone else yet. I will be. Oh, that's that's all right, Johnny. We're giving you a hard time.
By the way, Stacy, I did get your audio message.
Jonah
yesterday.
Cressman said that's the factory reset button. Are you talking about his things? Yeah, when you get kicked there, that is a reset button. Yeah.
Basically,
That's you go in because usually you go right into a the fetal position. But
real quick.
yeah, and I on a different note, we got a new show that started yesterday called Sacred Ways with with Troy and Belinda Johansson. And they are both Native American, and they talk about the different tribes and their tribes, and they even sing Native American songs. They sang one yesterday, which was a mourning song from the Trail of Tears. And it was very beautiful. And they do that, and that's super interesting. And I decided instead of giving them 30 minutes, they're going to have the whole hour on Monday. So they're going to be from 10 to 11
Right.
on Mondays. So, and that being said, since I'm giving them an hour, it's only right that
like history.
Yeah, they have all kinds.
The history was unbelievable.
Like next week, they have somebody coming on that actually sang with Janis Joplin, and they're going to talk about the occult.
Yeah, candy-coated adult or
Occult. Yeah. It's going to be super interesting.
Yeah, Nimra's
So-
very, very good at what she's in. She used to be involved heavily into the occult, and she
So I'll be
had a-
talking to Randy Barr also since I gave them an hour. And Randy's been wanting an hour, so I'm going to talk to him about if
He needs an hour sometimes.
Yeah, you got the Spirit in America. I'll give him the extra 30 minutes that he's been wanting. I want to be fair to everybody.
Yeah. So Dr. Paul will be on from 10 to 11 on Friday. I thought he was on at 9.
Oh yeah.
Randy.
Well, we'll have to work something out then. Randy might. Well,
That's why I thought. Oh.
he might have to be on a different day. He might have to just stay on his Thursday and do it from 10 to 11 because I can't. The whole reason that we have it from 9:30
10:30.
to 10:30 is because Dr. Paul, an older gentleman, has a hard time getting up and around that early, and that extra 30 minutes is just what he needed to get in here.
Yep.
And that's the happy hour. That's on Friday.
With Mr. Rhyme.
Yeah, Mr. Rhymer himself, Dr. Paul Collins. Yeah, now the sugar rush is going away, isn't it? Like you look all.
I'm ready for a nap.
I know.
Cozy down.
You'd think you'd have a Thanksgiving dinner or something.
Yeah, well, we had some Mother's Day food at Scott and Marsh's house. And it was really, really good. It was
I
just, it was
bet.
mashed, but it was just, whatever the ham was, it was the best ham they've done yet. Smoked. It was obviously smoked ham, honey smoked ham or something.
Pictures that she would put on Facebook in the truck when they were in the truck.
Oh, yeah.
What? You
Yeah,
had that
oh,
in
yeah,
the truck?
yeah.
Man.
The mashed potatoes were amazing. They were homemade mashed potatoes. They weren't the instant. The homemade macaroni and cheese.
Oh, man.
And this was, it was the best mac and cheese I think I've ever had. And then the ham. Of course, she made these desserts that I'm not a fan of because I don't like bananas. So I didn't eat any. But the general consensus is. That was a weird noise that just came out of my throat.
Yes, it was. I was wondering where that
The
came
general consensus on that is that it was amazing. It looked amazing. Jay, tell them about it, Jay.
Oh, so good. It was banana pudding traditionally. She had the more crisp type of cookies in it,
Yeah.
Vanilla
so they didn't get
wafers.
soft. Yeah, they were the
Oh.
crisp ones, like a,
That's the ones I love.
and they stayed crisp, and it had whipped cream and coconut and something else, I think, on it. I think it may have been almond. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just roasted coconut, so it looked a little bit like the color of almonds.
Marsha, you know what you need
Walnuts,
to
I
make me?
Yeah.
English walnuts. It was so good. Oh, man.
Walnuts are amazing. I love pecans, though. Pecans are my favorite.
Yeah, Rachel loves pecans.
I mean, I really had to go. I couldn't stay too long, but if I'd had more time, I would have eaten too.
Homemade pecan log rolls.
Pecan. Oh, with the white cream,
Yes.
marshmallow cream type
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
in them.
Yep. You get those at Stuckey's, or I don't think they're around anymore anyway.
Yeah, no, but you can buy them though. They're all over the place.
They're at all in a lot
A
of
pecan log.
Yeah, they're at
It's
a very
basically-
popular restaurant. You know that you can have.
It's basically a bunch of like candied pecans rolled up around like this like thick creamy sugar in the middle. And
How do you roll up pecans?
well, you put them full of sugar and goo,
Right.
and when it starts to cool off, you roll it up around. They put like this cream stuff, and then you roll it over and it sticks together. It's dead. That's how candied they are. They stick together. You don't want to do it without gloves.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what they are. I don't think
You never had a pecan log?
Wow. I grew up on those on the way to Florida.
Oh yeah, they sell them a lot in Florida. Yeah, and then also boiled peanuts.
Yep. Especially in Georgia.
Have you ever had boiled peanuts, Jay?
And they have
I don't think so.
boiled peanut stands in Georgia off of 75.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I used to live in Georgia and Panama City. So yeah, and they were all over the place. And you get them in a cup, and they were boiled peanuts. And if you've never had a boiled peanut, if you can find boiled peanuts, I highly recommend it. Yeah, we're out of time, aren't we?
Did we get
Well, I figured since we don't have a show up after this one, next week there will be something here. I don't know what it is, but I just want to make sure we get the time frame right and everything, because I know they want to come back. They're going to come back. They're planning on it.
They do.
But there has been, an issue like
Family
they're
issue.
high risk. Pray for them. Just if you're watching, we love you guys, and we'll be praying for you. We will definitely.
Love you, Amber.
I'm waiting to hear back from Amber today, and we'll know more about what's going on next week.
By the
All right.
Yeah,
I lost it.
that's all right. Hey, there it went, out the door, out the window.
Right.
I need a nap.
Me too.
You know what? My eyes are feeling heavy now.
Well, yeah, because we're all like, the carb rush is over.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I didn't even eat a whole one. Hey, heck, you ate 2.
I'm
You
not
ate 3.
disappointed.
How? I mean, I would be like,
But guess who has to drive back to Branson?
guess who has to drive back to Republic? Him.
And you're on a motorcycle in the rain.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
definitely
he'll be all right.
that'll definitely wake him up.
Better not be sleeping then.
No,
No,
it's hard. It's hard to sleep when you're on a motorcycle because you're too
But
busy smiling.
No, it's about the same as in a car.
But
Is
it's,
it?
it's
Yeah.
bad enough when you're doing that when in dry land, but when it's raining, that's double.
The adrenaline's a little different when you suddenly wake.
You can order boiled peanuts online now.
You can. Who said that?
You can order cans of boiled peanuts online. Jonathan Christopher says, watching you. Love you guys. Thank you, John. We love you too, brother. So, yeah, to everybody that commented, if you're wanting to know, these came from Steamy Joe's, these cinnamon rolls, and they're really, really delicious. Very worth. Like, if you're going to make a little road trip, make sure. Are they open right now?
Yes, they're open Monday through Saturday. Now it was 9 to 2. Now it's 7 to 2. They will be open 7 to 4 here shortly.
Good. So it's 7 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Now, they have stuff that you could just walk in and buy.
Yeah, you can.
But if you have a large order, you can order them.
Ahead of time, at least a day to 2 days ahead of time, because the cook, when she's back, she needs to have enough time. She wants to make sure she has enough time to do it, because she's the only
Tell
one
them the
doing
morning drive sent you. Tell
There
them
you
the
go.
morning drive sent you. Or Steve.
it. Or the morning drive.
Or the morning
Drive.
drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I'll be giving not tomorrow because I won't be here tomorrow, but I know the disappointment in your faces.
yeah, we actually, we miss when you're not here.
Yeah,
we miss you.
I'll try to chime in tomorrow morning.
I hope so. What are you gonna be doing?
Well, I'm just.
Are you getting new things for your feet?
Yeah,
for your ankles.
AFOs for the leg. Yep. So. Anyway, I'll see you guys Thursday, and I'll bring all that information for Stevie Joe's.
Yeah,
on Thursday.
That'd be great. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the morning drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Just remember, there won't be anything after us today, but that will only be temporary for this week. Next week, we will have something on regardless of what we do. We'll make sure that this slot gets covered with something live. So, until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
And this has been The Morning Drive.